Hey folks, Jed Bratt here with the Real Estate Jedi of Big Block Realty. I am just coming to you real quick because I want to talk about some market numbers for the county of San Diego as far as housing stats go. So what's going on in the real estate market? Are some things changing? Because I feel like some things are changing up. And I know a lot of people have been talking, oh, the market's shifting, market's changing. But I've not seen any numbers, so I wanted to give you guys some real numbers that kind of points to what's going on and, my speculation as to what, the basics of why it's happening. But I'd be curious to hear what your thoughts are, what you think it means for San Diego County, the real estate market for buyers, sellers, or maybe your plans as a home buyer or seller. And, or if you just think it's completely irrelevant, or if you think I'm just full of hot air. So thanks for watching. Let's get right to it. I'm going to start with some numbers from both July and August through today. Now today's only August 28th, but I know some things are going to change through the end of the month. That said, I can't imagine they're going to change too drastically from what's been typical over the last few weeks and months. So that said, we're just going to kind of use this data for what it's worth. So in July of 2018, at the end of July 2018, there were 7,293 active properties on the market at the end of the month. This is up 15.5% year over year. This is over a 15% increase in the amount of properties buyers have to shop from. Okay, we're a supply and demand market in real estate, right? So what's that mean? Increases in inventory, of course, the supply goes up, and if the demand's the same, buyers are going to have more upper hand. They're going to have more leverage, and they're going to be able to ask for a little bit more, or do a little bit more with their money. So that's a 15.5% increase. That's the highest increase since in 2010, year over year, all right? Now, I'm not saying it's the highest increase in general, but it's the highest percentage-wise year over year increase. So that makes a significant impact to the market. Next, looking at pending sales. At the end of July, we were at 3,040 pending sales, okay? That's down 6.5%. So that means less properties are going under contract, and they had more active listings at the end of the month. So at the end of the month, less properties actually went under contract, less properties actually got sold, and more properties were sitting in the market. So you can see how one kind of contributes to the other. Something I think kind of helped contribute to the housing increase in inventory, of course, is in June 2018, there was only 3,103 properties that went pending, and that was down 10% year over year from June the year before, down 10%. So down 10% in properties actually going under contract, of course, is going to equate to more active listings being rolled over into the next month, which is what you saw in July. And how is that going to continue? Well, let's see. Sold listings for July were down almost 5% year over year. All right. And now if we're looking at anticipated numbers for August, active listings right now, as of today, are at 7,829, all right? 7,829. And if you look at July, we're at 7,293. That was already up 15.5% from last year, okay? August last year, 6,271. So if, again, some properties are going to go under contract, a few more new listings are going to come up in the next few days. But overall, we're at around 7,800 active listings right now at the end of August. So what's that going to mean year over year? 7,800 divided by 6,313. I mean, that's significant. We might be looking at a 20 plus % year over year increase in active inventory. And if this was the biggest increase year over year percentage wise since 2010, I mean, the next one, if August is 25%, that's going to be pretty substantial. We're going to see a significant change in the look of this graph based on what's happening. Okay, pending sales for the month of August, again, as of today, are at 2,563, 2,563. And, again, last month, 3,040. So even if we, put 200 more properties under contract in the next few days, we're still at 2,763. We're at, just under 2,800. That's still going to be a decrease, and still statistically, July and August are still relatively hot months for putting properties under contract, closing out the hot summer months, before we really start to go down. But I mean, if we're at 2,800 or even stay close to where we're at right now, which is, 2,600, 2,650, that's going to be again coming in shy from where we were year over year. And what's that going to do? So if we have less properties going under contract again for this year, and even more properties active at the end of this month, what's that going to mean for inventory? Of course, inventory is even going to go higher the next month. And again, we're supply and demand market. So with increased supply and the same amount or less demand, or, like kind of being indicated by less demand or less affordability, demand is essentially, maybe everybody and their mom wants to buy a home, but demand effectively is who is a qualified, ready, willing, and able buyer, right? And what impacts demand? And using that definition, ready, willing, and able. Demand is affected by affordability, of course. And what's been impacting affordability? We're down to 23% affordability at the end of Q2 in San Diego County. That means you got to make $136,720 just to be able to afford to buy the median price detached house at $645. Okay, that means the median household with a median income, with median interest rates and credit score and all that. This is what you could expect the median person to have to make to be able to qualify for that sort of loan. Q1, that was 26%. We're down 3% in just the second quarter. Okay, so that's a pretty substantial. That affordability is going down. What's driving affordability down? Well, of course, everybody knows interest rates have been coming up for a minute, right? Everybody's been just taking this stuff for granted for years and years and years. They just thought, oh, this is just normal, right? Look at us where we are right now. Right now we're at 1.91. This is the overnight lending rate, right? What banks lend other banks overnight at. This is pretty much what determines the availability of money and the cost of that availability of money, and ultimately dictates what sort of mortgage rate you're going to be looking at. So as these go up, of course, banks are going to charge more for their 30-year notes. And this is at 1.91%. We haven't been this high since 2008. All right? We're at like 1.94 in August 2008. 1.91. We have quantitative easing. 2007, 2006, 2007 going all the way through 2015. Quantitative easing. They're just driving these rates down, keeping them artificially low. Now we're finally seeing quantitative tightening. So quantitatively, they are tightening the supply of money, which of course is driving interest rates up. That's how they really increase rates. They're not really saying, oh, we're going to make the rates 3.25%. They're saying, let's decrease the availability of money. And because of that, with increased demand and less supply, prices go up. And that's what we're seeing happen in the interest rate market. So because of this, this is just going up, and we're in we're in Q3 right now. Fed's they've been talking. They're still planning on raising interest rates another 2 times this year. Now, if there's any pressure from the current administration to maybe stop that, I don't know if that's really going to change anything. But one time or 2 more times, you can see already how it's affecting affordability. So people that are expecting these year-over-year price increases of 8, 9, 10, 15%. In some places, right? I think people are going to have to be a bit more level-headed and really think about whether they want to price their home accordingly with what the market's telling them, or whether or not they might want to have to suffer a price reduction or longer days in the market down the road, right? I mean, what do you think? So we're at, still prices are going up right now, but eventually, what's going to happen when buyers have their choice of properties, and people are reaching for that high price point, and now they're realizing, buyers got other options. I can't beat out other. I can't just expect seller multiple counter offer with 10 offers on every single property like we did before. So what do you think? I mean, this is a pretty substantial change. When you have 15.5% increase, and again, I'm predicting that I think in August we're probably going to have 20+% year-over-year increase in active inventory. Again, I'm not hearing anybody else talking about this right now, but I think that's what's going to happen. And I think once people start realizing that we just got a lot more inventory sitting on our hands than we did a year ago or a few months ago, especially heading into the winter season, I think that's going to have to call for a shift in our thinking, and buyers and sellers together. And what I think this is great for is for buyers who've been kind of on the back fence all this time, and they've been sick and tired of getting beat out by all these offers. Well, guys, your opportunity is right now. Let's if you're looking for properties, now might be the time where you're going to be able to go out there and at least use a little bit more leverage in getting the price or terms you're looking for. Anyway, that's my take on it. If interest rates continue to keep going up, just the next time or two like they've been talking, I think that's definitely going to contribute to higher inventory levels, which of course will inversely affect prices and market time. So I don't know. Curious to hear what you think. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any other questions about this. Give us a call at 619-431-4133. Or I hope you found value in this. If you found value, I hope you'll please share it with anybody else you think might find it valuable. And we look forward to serving you